Hello, today we're going to go through my Cycle 5 project. For this web application, I created a creature identity test. So we're going to first go through my code. We'll start with the connect.php. It's just a basic database configuration that I've used before to handle the different connections and the connection errors to actually log into the database. So now we'll go into the header. So this is what it's going to be on the top of all of the pages. It starts the session, it requires the connect page, and then lists the current file. Then there's the actual format here for the header where it puts the page title and the logo that I have that I created, and then here's the nav bar where it has the links to the 3 different links that I have here, and then it goes into the main. So we will go into the footer just to close everything out, and then it shows that it closes the main and closes the footer and the body and HTML all here. And then this just is a basic footer with the date and the year here, and then the creature identity test and a copyright notice also. So now let's go into the actual structure of all this, the index page. Start from the top here, sorry. So it gives the page title, which is just welcome to the creature identity test, and requires the header again. And then this is what actually initializes the flag to make sure different things are displaying. I didn't want the form to display right away. I wanted the user to be able to press a button, so it's false. Then this sets that up. Then it checks if the form has been submitted at all. And this initializes the scores for each of these creatures that are being made and goes through all of the answers here. So I had 10 different questions, and for each question there was 5 answers here, A, B, C, D, and E. So the user could go in and answer, A through E if they wanted, and it assigns a specific value to the creature here to distinguish which one that they would actually end up with. So it goes through all of these, and then I used the point at the end to make sure that it doesn't I don't get a duplicate, or I don't get a tie. This makes it less likely that that will happen because it's adding up decimals rather than just all whole numbers too. And then this is what actually defined all the creatures. These are just different arrays all through here. So this is all the creatures info, everything that I came up with, all of their names, the description for all of them. So then that included the appearance and then the nature of them. And this is the actual image for that specific creature. And then it's just in the media file, which is right here. It's all of those, and the logo is also in there. And we can go on. Then this loops through the actual question answers to determine the points. So this is what's going through the actual form that the user submits, and it's adding up, like I said, the ones up here based on what they have. So say for question 8, they picked A, then it would add this in, all of these to their running total for that specific creature. And then as it goes on, it actually determines which one was the highest. So it goes the max score, then goes all the way through here, and if there actually is a tie, which is not very likely, it will take the first case that it pulls up anyways, instead of throwing that error. So then it goes in and it fetches the info to actually display, and then prepares the actual output and displays it, the image and the description there for the user. And this is also where the user inserts their name and it's matched into the database. So this is where it's inserted into the database because they have to put their name in to begin with, and that's what I'm storing in the database. So here's the actual form for that. So it just goes through like typical linking style sheet, a viewport with the title. It goes through the main, and I have the different buttons here just for the links to the different things. Go through the div, and then here are all the questions. So it goes, I have them all in field sets. Each question's at a field set, and then the legend is the question, and then each input is a radio button for the A, B, C, D, and E answers. So we can go through, that's all of that. I have it just hard coded in, so it made it easier. Then I had a submit button at the end, so I can submit their form. And this is to bring them back to the index page, and the script also here for this function. And then it requires the footer, to put the footer on there. Now we can go into the couple of the functions that I have on the other pages. This one requires the header again, and then I listed the creature's info just so it could pull it right from here in this function. So this is just the same information from on the index page. And what this does is it lists the different creatures, just so if someone wanted to go through, and instead of taking the test, they just can read about the creatures and see all of them that are in there. And it requires the footer here. We'll go into the user's results. So this is pulling from the database. This lists the images here, just so they could go and display the image again. Again, it requires the header, and then this is the try catch here where it pulls the actual results from the database that the user submitted before from the test, and then it just displays all of the results from all the tests from all the users just to see what other people got. And then this just wraps up all the results and stuff like that. There's some different error catching as well, and then again requires the footer. This is just my CSS page, a lot of different styling just to get it how I wanted it, and a lot of things for, as you'll see, like dynamic to let's see, I have responsive stuff, which is dynamic for mobile and things like that. Then I have the readme page, which if you wanted to look through, it's on the GitHub. So we can go ahead and actually launch this and look at the website. So let's pull up Chrome, I have over here. And then if you want to just see, this is the GitHub, just to see it. And this is the database, just to check it first to see that it is clear here. So there's nothing, it's going to pull the ID, the username, the creature, and then when it was actually created from when you take this test. So just starting off, I have the nav bar up here, and then this is the logo I was talking about before with the title. And then you can see it's responsive. And then this welcomes the user, so if they want to go ahead and see, the form is hidden right now. So we press it, then it's going to show it. So we put our name. I had these in already. So I'm just going to go through and randomly take this. If you want to go through and do it yourself, that would be cool. And I'm going to put some random things in here, and we'll submit that, and then it pulls this up, the creature that I got here, so, and then if you want to go through at the bottom, you can take it again. So I'll start the test again, and then say I don't put the name, but I go through and I put all of them, or we'll even submit it without the bottom one. It'll tell me I gotta fill the name out. We'll do hello, and then see if he's select an option, this one. So it throws, instead of throwing the error and crashing the site, it does that. And then we'll submit it. Then I got this one here. And then, it's different. So it shouldn't get an error based on the creatures getting the same number. Then we'll go into the creatures if you wanted to look through, like I said. Just look through all the different ones that there were possibilities for that you could get. And if you wanted to come down, so instead of scrolling back up, you can come right back to home. It's right back to the home screen. And then we'll see the results here. So that it's based on the date taken, a little image of it. And then go in. Again, it was blank. And then it pops up right there. So if I wanted to update this and make it a little bit better, what I would do is make it so you could delete these here specifically. So I'd make a button so they could go in and delete this entry instead of having to go in and do it through the database. Here it does update like that, but I want to be able to have the user to do it, and then I also would like to have the user actually log in so they can store their own results. And of course, it would be cool to go in and make more creatures, because I thought this was a pretty fun part of it, coming up with all those and just coming up with a backstory for them. So thank you for watching through to the end, and I'll see you next time.